Welcome. Let's go ahead and talk about the different components that we see around master node, which helps the master node for its day-to-day activities. So if we talk about that, the first component that we see is API server. So what does it do? So as we know that uh, any instruction or any code deployment that happens on the that goes is going to go inside the pod inside a worker node. So we need to provide the worker node instructions. How do we do that? Those instructions we provide via the master node. And how do we provide any instruction to the master node? We provide those instructions with the help of API server. So API server is a component. API server acts as a front end for the Kubernetes control plane where when we want to interact with Kubernetes cluster, API server helps to do that. So what does it mean? So basically this whole master node is surrounded by something called as Kubernetes control plane. Why do we say control plane? Because the whole cluster can be controlled via this control plane. And on top of this control plane, there is something called API server. And API server is actually taking instructions from us, from the outside world, from here, from the developer, and then giving it to the master node, and then master node is sending it to the kubelets of the worker nodes, and then the instruction gets processed. But the API server, how do we access the API server from outside world as a developer? For that also we have three ways. The first way is a UI, which we say as a control plane. Second is APIs itself. So there are REST APIs which you can consume and build your own nice dashboard from where you can manage the master node. And there is another way which is called as the CLI tools. So we are going to look into the way how we will control our master node with let's say the CLI tool in future. So for now, just understand API server is the way to enter or give any commands to our Kubernetes cluster, and API server can be accessed in one of the three ways. One is the control plane, which is the UI, API, and then the CLI tool. So in the next video, we are going to talk about the next component, which is the controller manager. Thank you.